Thank you, Senator Shaheen, for convening this, and thank you. An amazing turnout of all of you today. It really is meaningful and inspiring to those of us in the foreign aid community to see such support. So we deeply appreciate it. I want to start with a short anecdote from when I served at USAID during the Biden administration. So I joined at the very beginning in 2021 to lead global COVID-19 efforts. And at that time, China was conducting coercive vaccine diplomacy across the world to expand their global influence. China would approach countries. They would make vaccines available in modest volumes at an extreme markup and on extortionate political terms, demanding often breaking off of relations with Taiwan and economic concessions in order to be allowed to purchase Chinese vaccines. However, as the U.S. scaled up our global vaccination program, we took a different approach, and we were able to offer countries a better deal. We gave better quality vaccines, free of charge, in solidarity with them, because we were working with them to beat the pandemic. And that meant countries no longer had to take these coercive terms from China. It gave them greater freedom from Chinese influence, and it brought them closer into an American orbit. In my view, this is one microcosm of what has long made U.S. foreign assistance unique, a bedrock notion dating back to the founding of USAID under John F. Kennedy, that the U.S. can do well by doing good, that we can deliver our foreign aid in a way that serves both our national interests and aligns with American values. And we are now at risk of losing that. USAID has been the target of a concerted campaign of disinformation led by Elon Musk and amplified by the President of the United States. They have deployed a fire hose of falsehoods to slander an agency whose mission is fundamental to advancing America's interests in the world, as Bruce talked about earlier. And they have slandered the incredible men and women who have served their country through USAID for many years, often at considerable sacrifice to themselves and their families. I and many others would support a good faith review of U.S. foreign aid structures. It's been years since we had a comprehensive one, and it would be important. But we should be clear: this is not that. This is not what this is. This is an attempt to permanently and irrevocably dismantle decades of U.S. leadership in foreign assistance and decades of U.S. soft power investments. It's being conducted unlawfully, operating outside of any guardrails and outside of congressional oversight. Rather than conducting an actual review, the administration is simply moving forward with purging USAID's workforce, with ending many partnerships that USAID has invested in with organizations over, in some cases, years and decades, all with no consultation, no rationale for what is being cut. And this has resulted in devastating human impacts around the world, disruption to global HIV programs, an inability to respond to an ongoing Ebola outbreak currently in Uganda, huge and devastating impact in Darfur amidst a famine in Sudan. And if this continues in this way, it will destroy some of the crown jewels of U.S. foreign policy, including the PEPFAR HIV program, the famous DART humanitarian assistance teams, which I'm sure Sarah will talk more about, that have led our responses in the past to famines, earthquakes, and Ebola, but which currently would struggle to even get off the ground under these conditions. This destruction will harm U.S. national security, and it will harm the safety and welfare of millions around the world. And bottom line, when we pull back programs that we've run for decades, that people have known that they can rely on, it makes us look like an unreliable and erratic partner, and it advantages our rivals around the world in all the ways, Senator Shaheen, that you talked about in your opening statement. Thank you.